I'm going to call the meeting to order.
Okay.
Any changes, additions, or removals to the agenda?
Yeah, I'd like to remove item number 10, which was the bid opening,
Okay.
because we have not received the bids. And one contractor who says he's going to bid it, asked for an extension in time to the end of the week because he thought he can get better sub-participation if he had a few more days, and I told him that would be fine, especially because he was the only bidder.
Okay.
If there were other bidders and everybody else delivered a bid and he didn't, that might be a different story. But because he's the only bidder that interested in the project, I thought that was a fair, in the interest of the town,
Yeah,
to do that. So we'll see what happens. If I can get him to commit to deliver by Thursday, we could have a special meeting to open. But you need 48 hours to warn a meeting, right?
The 24th is a special one. So if Thursday, we said, I just need 24 hours.
Oh, 24 hours. I thought it was 48. Okay. So as soon as I get a commitment on when we can get that, I'll let you know, and then we can get them opened up.
Absolutely.
Is one, suppose we have a special meeting on Thursday, is one time a day better for you guys than another?
Probably later in the day for
Okay.
me. I probably got a kind of a full schedule, so
That's
like
fine.
after 4. Well, Keith, when you pick up Gene too?
Wait, this Thursday?
Yeah,
I'm not picking them up this Thursday, no, Friday.
okay.
So I could do Friday too, if that's
I can't do Friday.
okay.
Well, the office is closed, I
Oh,
will
right,
have to
okay.
bring Angela in for
Yeah,
that.
okay, that's right.
And
So 4 or 5 o'clock in that range, if you're interested in being in that bid opening, Thursday?
yeah,
Okay,
And
all
I
right.
mean, I would come in if you wanted to do it sometime Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
If you needed, if you needed.
sounded like a real dump. It's like, what's
All
that?
right, so if it comes to that, because they need Friday for time-wise, I'll let you know. But thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so there's your change.
Okay. So,
One other addition, I don't know, I know I've been asked by some other people in terms of, to look more into Robert's rules. That after a lot of people, and I haven't researched it, but have done some research, there's nothing here that says that somebody who's not a resident cannot speak, nothing at all. So where does that come from?
I don't know, it may not, but then I don't think that would be in Robert's rules. Because that's a national standard, right? I mean, I think it would be more of a local issue that came about, that generated that. I don't know where it's written.
I can look that up in the statutes, and I can bring it in, a copy of it.
There's a lot of people who would like to go to town meetings, but they don't want to because there's people who say, well, we're not going to let you speak.
Yeah,
It's pretty rare. I mean, we've always been really supportive of people speaking, so.
The Bethany Birch's meeting, there was one person out here when I went to speak that said, I object, and that person should have objected, which is okay. But it's happened before. But 70% of the town owns second homes and they pay the bulk of the taxes. We gotta let them come and speak. Even if they can't vote, they know that. But we gotta find a way to let them speak so they feel like they're heard and part of the community. I think that's important. And I get a lot of that down where at the store from folks who own second homes. So I don't know where it came from, but it would probably be something we should do away with. And just let people's, it's First Amendment right. They're taxpayers. There's no reason why you shouldn't let them speak.
So I'll look into that and bring the information, but like I said, we've always been pretty open, I mean, from our
Yeah.
seats.
as far as the board is, yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys are great. I'm not saying that when you get into these open meetings, where there's personal dislikes and other things, you just gotta stop it because it has no place in what we're trying to do here. You know? So anyways, I was asked to bring that up by 2 people.
At that particular meeting, the Bethany Birch's meeting, that didn't the moderator ask the people if they mind if they objected, and they had, what was the vote? Did they object to let you speak?
2 people did.
Yeah.
I didn't get to speak.
Only 2 people objected?
Doesn't it only take longer?
But you shouldn't even vote you. This is free speech. You know, it's if they own a home, whether it's primary residence, whether it's whatever they do, they pay taxes. You have to let them speak.
Okay, I don't disagree with you. I don't have any problem letting anybody speak.
So that's what I would think. You know.
If you want to speak, speak.
Well, as long as it's civil.
Sure, yeah, I mean.
You don't want to, you got the law. Say, you know,
Say an
something
opportunity to, whatever you can
Yeah.
get up,
This
whatever
is
you're
why
gonna say, limit it to whatever many, you know, don't we usually limit it?
2 minutes,
Couple minutes, whatever.
which is reasonable.
Yeah.
There's no have people run out of the mouth, I agree. So anyways, that was.
Okay. And that's universal. Right? Resident or non-resident.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. 2 minutes. All right, you guys ready for this one? It's the ethics liaison.
Where's that?
I'm gonna read this.
This is from the state, right?
Yeah.
Forgot that one.
Oh, don't they have to be amended?
Yeah, but we can do it now,
Okay, all right,
verbally.
okay. All right, so our next order of business is to approve the meeting minutes from December 2nd, 2024.
And I would make a motion that we approve the minutes, and we add the motion from the last meeting that increase the short-term rental fees to new applicants to $200 a bedroom.
I will second that.
And that was a discussion and motion from the previous meeting, but it didn't make it into the minutes, so we want to add it to the minutes. That's all.
How much is it now?
It's 100.
Right.
100.
So you just doubling it.
So only for people that, short-term rentals that are currently in compliance with the program, they won't incur a fee increase. Those that come on to compliance now will incur a $100 increase.
So it's
That was the compromise we reached,
$50 per bedroom right now?
100.
100 per bedroom.
And for those that come, if you sign up tomorrow, your fees will be 200 a bedroom. If you're already in the program and compliant, your fees are stay at 100.
Why wouldn't you do $200 for the first bedroom and $100 for subsequent thing?
Because we already had this discussion, we made a motion.
So,
That's what's been approved.
It was, we reached, reaching that compromise was a pretty big hurdle, but Dave, it came together. It seemed to solve the problem we were having, so.
I'm not interested in rehashing it. I'll tell you
I didn't know
that.
that.
We had so much discussion about this over the last years.
He said he'd like to speak about it every meeting because he enjoys it so much.
You want to go for it again? There we go.
Round 13.
Yeah, it's per year, right?
Just one time.
Yeah.
It's per year.
And Mike, did you watch that meeting or read the minutes or anything or no?
Which, I don't know.
The last one.
I wasn't, I don't think it was.
You weren't here, I'm saying, did you watch it afterwards online or?
No,
No.
I was probably too busy at the store, unfortunately. So, I know what.
I mean, it's just, yeah, watch it. The numbers, Mike Coleman was here, he said there's 112 STR properties in town and 64 of them are currently compliant. So I think it's 38 are still in limbo and then those 38, as they come online and become compliant, they'll incur this new fee, the higher fee. The people that are already in it, as long as they stay compliant, they'll keep the $100 fee.
All right.
All right. Okay, I'm going to read this to y'all. This is the ethics liaison. So this is from Vermont State Ethics Commission, Peggy Delaney. Greetings from the Vermont State Ethics Commission. We are reaching out with a reminder that, pursuant to Act 171, municipalities are required to appoint an ethics liaison to serve as a point of contact with the Ethics Commission. Section 24 VSA 1995E states, each municipality acting through its legislative body shall designate an employee as its liaison to the Ethics Commission. If a municipality does not have an employee, the legislative body shall designate one of its members as its liaison to the State Ethics Commission. The requirement goes into effect on January 1st, 2025. If you're a municipality that has already appointed an ethics liaison, please reach out.
So we're required by law to join this committee?
Appoint an employee, so not us.
Elaine.
It's not employed anymore, unfortunately.
Holy
They
moly.
don't know that.
So what is the purpose of this position?
It's probably like a watchdog kind of thing, like, that'd be my guess. I mean, I hadn't read Act 171, so I guess I'll have to do that in my free time. I'm sure it's only like
8,000
pages.
Of light reading. Do you want to be it, Rick? You're not an employee. You're not, never mind, you're not an employee.
I'm not an employee of the town though, but I'd like to know what this thing does. And it's like, well, why do they need it? That's really interesting.
Is there a requirement to file reports or do something monthly
I
to
don't-
check in?
You know, I don't think so. I think it's like if there seems like anything funky, they want somebody that like has a direct.
Yeah.
That's would be my guess. I mean, here's the Act 171. I won't torture y'all with that here. I'll read it when I go home. But
Is that recent legislation?
it's only 54 pages, so that's not bad.
Can you forward that to me?
How recent is that?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, that's a pretty short one for coming out of, you know.
Is it recent?
Yeah, it's 2024.
So they just passed it in the last session.
Be interesting.
Was it part of the ethics? I mean, don't they created the whole ethics commission for themselves. So this maybe is a part of that whole push.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna work its way down to the local level too.
Oh, we know how all of us working at their level, so who's gonna watch over them?
Well, that's, look over here, don't look over there.
Do you know any employees who would be interested in that?
Do you think Beth would be? Do you think Beth
I
would
just
be?
want to be careful with her, just the number of hours.
Okay.
Taken up. Is it something somebody can be appointed and then it can be changed down the road?
Yeah, we could reappoint. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody can resign.
Yeah.
Post.
Sherry would be good.
I don't mind.
Even keeled.
Yeah, I mean, she's here 2 days a week and
Oh.
it's,
I don't think, yes, it probably doesn't, it just says an employee, it doesn't matter how many hours, but
well, I know, but it,
you budget stuff with that too. She get paid hour.
yeah, but it's just the amount of hours she has to work is what while being here with her other job. So I just want to be careful of putting too much on her with being here 2 days a week.
Okay.
Without asking her to.
Well, who's left?
Angela,
Larry, Tyler.
Yeah, but
I mean, I don't mind taking it for now,
Okay.
and seeing what it entails. I mean, it's
Okay.
just if we have to appoint somebody to be compliant right now.
All right, we'll try to get an AI to synthesize this 54 pages down to one for us.
That's right, because it picks up the boiler, yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's great.
Anybody paying for one of those? Subscribing to one of the services?
I'll take a look at it, so.
All right.
Just still it, maybe.
Do we have to do it now? Once there's their deadline?
They want it by, yeah, we should do it now just because, and then we could, Angela says, hey, this isn't for me. We get somebody else. So I'd make a motion to appoint Angela because it's got to be in place by January.
By January?
Yeah.
1st?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we don't have much time.
2 weeks.
Oh.
They didn't give us a whole lot of lead time. I think this is the first I've heard about it.
I'd second that.
Yeah.
I would say, Angela, if it becomes burdensome, let me know and I'll see what I can do to help you.
Yeah, that's, like I said, I'll look through it, but just because for January, if we do it tonight and then.
Checks the box. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
I'm sorry, is that a Rick second?
Hmm.
You seconded it?
All right, so the next order of business is to appoint a delinquent tax collector.
Elaine.
And Beth has expressed interest in that role. And we know she is very experienced in all things.
We did advertise for that position and
Did.
we got no applicants other than Beth?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
Thank
So I'll make a motion to appoint Beth.
Yeah. I'll second for it.
Approved. Approved.
Update on town-owned real estate. I think is that you, Keith?
Yeah. We did get people interested, making some offers. They're waiting to hear back from Hawk on the fees, the condo fees. See if they can get off the hook for them. The realtor's still in a holding pattern. He wanted to see if they fleshed out any offers fleshed out before he took the time to actually, list them and then have to delist them. So,
Okay.
I guess at this point, if those offers fall through, I guess the only decision we make is, do we want to list them now or wait until the spring?
How many properties are we talking about?
3.
Just 3?
Yeah, I mean, he seems to think one's got a pretty decent chance of selling, the other 2 probably not.
How much are they going for each?
He would list 2 of them at 15 apiece, and then the bigger one that he thinks could sell, probably he'd list it at 50.
That's just the list price. And the 215, are they vacant lots?
They're all vacant lots.
They're all vacant lots,
One's off of 100, a little bit bigger. The other 2 are steep.
which you can't build on.
Not really. We sent out letters offering them to the abutters, and did get people back, or some of them interested.
There's only zoned residential. No convenience stores or restaurants.
I was thinking, put a tiny house or 2 up there for employee housing, but depends on the top.
It sounds like you could build on the flat one.
How big is the $50,000?
It's like 2 acres, something like that, close to 2 acres. I think I want to say 2.
It's still kind of pricey.
You need to read the Hawk bylaws before you ever,
Oh, yeah.
because it has to go through the review board,
And you got to pay the fee, the monthly fees.
Even if a vacant lots, they pay a monthly fee. Really?
That 50 is only once it's listed though, right? Because we have lesser amount that's due right now,
Yeah.
so that's only if it got listed. It's lesser.
But we haven't paid them, right? The fees on the ones we have, towns. We haven't paid them. I guess that's what the question is. The people that are making offers want to know if they're going to be liable for the fees, or if they can just buy the lot, and then obviously they have to start paying fees as the new owners, but I guess the back fees, if they're willing to wash them,
I didn't get away with charging fees for a vacant lot.
you're part of an association.
There's no physical thing attached to it except a piece of land.
Yeah, you're participating in road maintenance for the whole organization, I'm guessing, and
that's probably a big piece of it now. Plowing.
Angela, was your point that the other 2 lots, maybe we should think about advertising for them? Is that what you were thinking?
I think we have an interest in every lot that is out there
Oh,
right now.
oh,
But
okay.
if they
Okay.
don't buy it, see right now, because I believe we can only sell it for so much, and anything we sell over what it was foreclosed,
Yeah.
we give back to,
Back to the original.
correct.
Yeah.
So the cost is fairly low, what Elaine has calculated, I mean, not near 50 of what that one maybe.
It's like 30.
Yeah, so. but
That's
I
what the
think-
town's in it for.
I think all these people are they're interested in these lots, but we don't have confirmation from Stephen Kuda and the association who's
Okay.
responsible.
So it'd be premature to really go on an advertising blitz
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a little slow process because it's been a little delayed, but
Okay.
there is recent activity and those emails are in Keith's folder.
How much,
So
how much are the fees? Do we know a month on these things?
I don't know what the monthly are, but they gave us a letter with like this big lump sum, but it had several years in it. So we disputed it and we haven't heard back yet.
And you said there's one person interested in the vacant lot, but nothing's happened yet?
There's people interested, I think, in every lot. We have three
Nobody's put
people.
out offers?
No,
Oh, we don't have any solid,
Oh, okay.
no offer on the table, no one's given us a number.
Did you have to go through the real estate agents? Or-
I had contacted Kevin Barnes over, down in Vermont Properties, and he agreed that he went and looked at them all and said he'd list them. Then I told him we wanted to hold off because we were gonna we sent letters to all the abutting landowners to see if they'd be interested. And we did, some of these people wrote back and said they're interested.
But they didn't.
No, it was they're waiting to see if they can, waiting on confirmation on these fees, see if they can be off the hook for the fees, all the back fees of 2 years, it's gonna be 3 years, now what?
2, because we took ownership in April of 23.
So if somebody was to make an offer, who's the offer go to, the town or the real estate agent?
The town right now.
Okay, that's what.
Hence, we didn't list, that's why we didn't list them yet.
We're just gonna give one of those away to a town employee, but then that whole ethics commission thing came along.
No, come talk.
Yeah, we were each gonna take one. But now the ethics commission's here.
Plus the conflict of interest.
Can't do it. We were gonna give you one, yeah. Right.
Nancy would love that, wouldn't she? I can see that.
Anywho, so yeah, realtor's ready to rock and roll whenever we want to do it. It's just a matter of are we, when, and if. But listing them right now is probably, even if we could, it's probably a waste of time. Because who's going to go climb and look at lots in the middle of winter? Nobody. So
April, May.
I would assume if these offers all wash out, that I'll just tell Kevin we'll list them in the spring and see what happens.
Okay.
But I guess, once we hear back from Hawk, one way or the other, or if they're gonna, overlook the fees, that would tell you moving forward, in terms of an offer, if they're even worth it.
So, but this is separate than what the new LLC is buying?
Yeah.
The big thing, right?
Yeah.
They're two distinct.
Two distinct entities, yeah.
Okay.
Aren't those fees like a couple $100 a month?
Yeah, quite, 200-300.
That's high.
So 2 years worth of that, I mean,
It's probably about $5,000.
yeah, what would it be? Well, so let's say it's 2,400 times 2, yeah.
For an empty lot.
We're good there. That brings us to citizens' comments. Do you have any comments, Rick?
I think you made them already.
Yeah, I think I'm in an episode of New Heart or something sometimes. So, no, thank you.
Okay.
You threatened me with nothing.
Okay. This brings us to our next agenda item, which is changing Dave Bolster's appointment from emergency management coordinator to emergency management director. And I just think this was an oversight when we did the appointment. I think we meant to have Dave as EMD, not EMC. And the town has to have an EMD, and Al is no longer that.
Well, you took over for Al, didn't
Yeah. So I would make a motion to appoint Dave as EMD.
Second, that'll be easy to second.
All in favor?
he? Aye.
Next, we have approved usage of the town office on December 28th. Is that for the Hawk annual meeting?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Can ask him then about the fees.
Yeah, that's a great time.
That's
We learn a lot.
a great time.
Charge them $5,000. Back fees.
Have they used it before for that?
I don't know if they have, kind of coordinate, so we gotta be able to let them in.
Explain something to me.
Yes,
When we sell a lot that's delinquent, we collect our taxes,
yes.
but are we responsible to collect past due fees from an association? What's our responsibility there, if there is any? Do you know, anybody know?
I believe, and this is just all my years of banking, I believe we were responsible for those Hawk dues. association, whatever the amount, whatever they charged us from the time we took the ownership of it. But we did not pay them, so.
Oh,
If-
it's because we took ownership of the lot.
Yes.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
we would just say if we were paying them when we bought it going forward, there wouldn't have been any past due ones, you know, because we would
All
have.
right,
kept
I get
them
it.
for-
That's right. We took ownership, that's why.
Yeah,
Okay.
And so the old fees before we took ownership, those are still maybe attached to the lot somehow, somebody buys it? That's the, kind of the fuzzy.
well, they should have been resolved, it should have been resolved when
Well,
the town.
that's kind of my question too. Did somebody put a lien on those lots or?
There are liens on them.
For the
I'm not
fees?
gonna say those ones specifically, but there are liens, they do have a lot of liens on
Okay.
a bunch of lots. And the attorney involved has not gotten back to us, because we did, remember Jay, I think I sent you a copy of the letter, we disputed it, that was an option.
That's right.
But they had like multiple years on there, and we should have only been responsible from the date.
I got it. I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So, 28th.
And if I recall, let's see, what was
Where
the?
have they had meetings in the past? Hawk.
Is that-
You said this was for Hawk, right, the 28th? Where have they had meetings in the past?
I don't recall where they were, if they had them, I don't know if they had them next door, and no.
Actually, they probably have.
Community center.
The building that the LLC has now, that is just saying no.
Yeah, because I don't recall them having them here.
No,
I bet you're right, Rick.
Yeah. And she completed the facility use form, she gave a $250 deposit check. Now it's just
okay.
trying to coordinate, you know, if you guys are okay with it, and people coming in here.
What was her name?
That's Mary Jane Saturday.
Mary Jane, oh, that's right. Let me just
So
see.
it's Saturday morning.
And I think I'm gonna be around, so it wouldn't require, I'm not leaving town, for the looks of things.
She was gonna make a deposit to the fire, a donation to the fire department.
10 a.m. on Saturday.
Okay.
And she's supposed to call me in the morning.
Okay.
Just because she has a couple questions about some things.
Okay, I would come down and let him in, I'm not gonna be the concierge, but, I can do that.
So what you learn. Yeah.
And they're gonna bring their own food and set up or whatever to have snacks and stuff for people. I don't think she needed the kitchen, if I recall.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Is it open to the public?
Yeah, because it's I think there's like 50, maybe 50 people or something she's expecting. So yeah, anybody can come here, I believe. Public meeting.
Sure.
Okay. I'll make a motion, we let them use the hall on the 28th.
I'll second that, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 10's done.
Other business. Do we have any other business?
I know of none.
Other business? Okay, we're out of business. All we need to do are sign the warrants and review mail. Oh, next select board meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
Like this on that. 23rd. Wow. Looks like January 6th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we need to approve bids. And then we'll hear.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll try and get a commitment tomorrow.
Any agenda items for the next meeting, as long as we're talking about the next meeting?
I know of none.
Okay. All right, we're set.